Well, I just got back from watching the brand new Pixar movie Inside Out 2. Now, if you guys remember, the last movie came out 9 years ago. That is a long ass time. I was 11 years old when the first movie came out. And I actually remember going to see the first movie. I remember it was like a Tuesday or something. We went and saw it in town, I believe, like where I live. And it was a Tuesday, so it's cheaper for some reason on Tuesdays. I don't know why. But I remember we went there and there was a hella long line, and I think we ended up missing like the first 10 or so minutes of the movie. But yeah, this time around, I did not have that problem because I went 2 hours out of town. And, the film came out 9 or so days ago, I believe, around the time I'm recording this video. So yeah, I'm a little bit late to this movie, but I was busy last weekend, so I couldn't go see it last weekend. And yeah, so I figured I might as well go see it this weekend because I didn't have anything to do today. So yeah, I went and go saw it, and I thought it was a pretty solid movie. Pixar movies lately. Here, let me adjust my mic. Pixar movies lately have been kind of meh. Like Turning Red, I thought it was okay. It wasn't terrible as people are saying it was, but I mean, it wasn't the greatest either. And I did see that Lightyear movie. I think that was the last Pixar movie I saw in a theater, and I think the movie was pretty underrated. And the first Inside Out movie, like I mentioned, was also it was an okay movie. I do think that the sequel is better than the first movie because if you remember the first movie was about like joy and sadness. I think they like got lost in like Riley's mind or whatever, and they had to find their way back. It is kind of like that in the sequel again, but it's not done in the same way. It's not just joy and sadness. It's all the emotions from the first movie, like joy, sadness, anger, fear, disgust. All five of those guys are, lost in Riley's mind this time, and they are replaced by new emotions, and those are, anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui. And you gotta be honest, ennui I kind of relate to sometimes. Not gonna lie, I kind of just don't really feel like doing anything sometimes. And it was done in a better way than it was in the first. Freaking my mic is all weird. Let me see if I can put it back. But yeah, it was done in a better way than the first movie because the second movie really hit really hard, to be honest. Like I was watching that and I was like, holy moly, like I was not expecting this many emotions in a movie about emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of just a whole lot of stuff being thrown at you, like anxiety, trying to like control Riley and all that. And I get it because it's like anxiety and that kind of thing happens sometimes to some people. And I think it was done in a great way because it does show this like panic attack scene, like everyone's been talking about on Twitter, and it's really like hitting hard. To be honest, like I was like watching it, I was like, my God, this is emotional. And I'm like, it's an emotional movie because, like I said, these last few Pixar movies, they have their emotional moments and all that, but it doesn't really hit that hard because kind of just like meh, whatever. Although I do think Onward is a little underrated in my opinion. That movie came out around the time COVID started, and I do think that movie is a bit underrated because it did have these hard hitting moments and all that. But Inside Out 2 is just like, man, like this is some hard hitting stuff for just a movie about emotions and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go ahead and dive into it a bit more so I can talk about it in a bit less spoilery way. So let's go ahead and dive into it a bit more. So this movie starts off with Riley being 13 years old. Because if you remember in the last movie, I'm pretty sure she was like 10 or 11, somewhere around there. And this time around, she's 13 going into high school. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure, right? Yeah. She's around 13 or so, and she's going into high school, and she's dealing with, her friends going to different high school than her. So it's kind of like, oh, although most of my friends went to the same high school as me, I'm pretty sure all of them went to the same high school as me. So I don't really relate to that part, but I do get where, that thing is, because, friends, they come and go and all that. So yeah, it is kind of sad when your friends leave and all that. But anyways, getting back to the point of the movie, it's about anxiety and envy, embarrassment, and ennui. These new emotions coming in, and they're trying to like control Riley basically. And so they send out the other five emotions off into Riley's mind to like get rid of them, and they're gonna control everything. And you see how it's like affecting her and all that, and how they like try to control her. So she's like tired because she's not sleeping, and she's trying to train because of her hockey team and all that. So she wants to be good at it. And then there's this one person who she looks up to she's trying to be like, anxiety's like really trying to make her be like, oh my God, I forgot what her name is. The girl with the red hair. But yeah, she's trying to make her be like that girl with the red hair because, that's what they're trying to do in this movie. And Joy and the other four emotions are trying to stop anxiety and them from controlling Riley because they have this like thing that, oh, Riley needs to be a good person. Riley needs to be a good person, this and that. And there's like this thing of beliefs. I don't really quite remember exactly, but there's like this belief system that's like, oh, I'm a good person, I'm a good person. And then when anxiety comes in and, starts taking over everything, they have the belief system, but it starts turning orange because of anxiety. And it's like, oh, I need to be like this person, or, oh, I'm not good enough, and this and that. And yeah, that's what kind of leads to the panic attack later on in the movie. And that scene, like I said, it was like really like, wow, like I can't believe, because there's like the scene of like Joy being like, oh, you can't control Riley, you gotta let everyone control Riley, I guess you can say. But yeah, you can't just have the one emotion controlling Riley. You gotta let everyone do their part, because anxiety's not trying to let Joy or anyone else take control of the thing. She's always like, oh, I need to take control of the thing. But Joy and everyone's like, no, you don't got to do that. You got to stick to the thing and let everyone else do what they're supposed to do. Stuff like that. I do think it was a pretty good movie, and I do think it was probably better than the first, because the first movie was kind of just meh, it was an okay movie. But the second movie, it was pretty good. I'd give it like a nice solid 8 or so out of 10. I don't want to go into too much spoilery territory, but it was a pretty good movie to say the least. And yeah, I can give it an 8 out of 10, and I think that is going to wrap it up for this review. Just a nice short little review so I can get a video out there for you guys, because it's been a while since I made a video. It's been like 9 or so days since I last uploaded. And if you noticed, we added a new Prime bottle to the collection back here. A little bit off topic, but yeah, just right there to the Cherry Freeze Prime Limited Edition. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And yeah, I think that's all I really got left for this video. We are only 8 subscribers away from 500 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, because we're trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of 2025. So if you could subscribe, it would be great. And let me know what you guys thought of Inside Out 2 down in the comments below, because I don't want to get into too specific details, but I did think it was a good movie. It was handled a lot better than the first movie, because the first movie was about Joy being like arrogant and all that. Joy was kind of like anxiety in the second movie. Or like Joy in the first movie was kind of like anxiety in the second movie, how she was trying to control everything, make Riley happy all the time, and that's kind of what we see with anxiety. But since Joy knows now that that's not how Riley's supposed to work, then she's able to help anxiety, because she kind of went through the same thing earlier in the first movie, and I did think it was pretty good. I think it was handled pretty good. Would I think Inside Out 3 would be unnecessary? Maybe, but I did think Inside Out 2 would be unnecessary, and it turned out to be pretty good. So maybe they can do an Inside Out 3, but then after that, they should probably stop, because, that would probably get repetitive, doing it over and over again. And it does, with the parents have this thing where they only have like 5 emotions, the main 5 that were in the first movie, but they do show the new emotions like anxiety, embarrassment, envy, and ennui. They do show them with the parents. So it's kind of weird to see what happens with Riley later on, to see if the other emotions will fade away or something like that, because anxiety does come back in the parents' minds, but yeah, the others don't. So who knows what's going to happen? Maybe they can lead into that in the third movie, like what happens to the other emotions as you get older. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.